Dog Day, so she needs to say hello.
All right. We are live. So, um, all right. So I guess for now, except for Jackie, everybody mute your little microphone, and then we are going to get interactive in this. So tonight's meeting is, hang on, guys. Let me try to fix something. There we go. All right. Tonight's meeting is all about month end, which month end, I know for Jackie and I is just, the energy is insane. Um, it's just this crazy high of emotions. It's, people are promoting, everything is so close. You see people pull stuff off that you didn't dream possible. It's honestly, it's my favorite because more than anything, month end is what shows you what you're made of. And I will never forget, my first month end, and I had no idea what was going on. And I literally had no idea what I was doing in the business. And it literally happened that, I think 2 days before month end, Jackie, correct me if I'm wrong, I got my first 2 distributors. And I had no idea, what that meant or what I was doing. And Jackie let me know, hey, if you fill their volume, you're going to get your first promotion. And so I just went crazy, and I didn't think it was really possible, but Jackie believed in me so much that I just believed her. And I literally, it was like in a matter of a night, I promoted to executive, and it blew my mind. And it was such a high and a rush.
Sorry, not to interject, but Sarah and I were dying over that. We were like, who does that? Like, Caitlin would do that. Like, who does that in one night? Like, it was crazy, you guys. So that's why anything can happen, and there's a lot of time left. Sorry, not to interrupt, but
no, that's perfect. No, it's like that's why I always tell people, like whenever there's like a week, I'm like, there is a week. Do you even understand what can happen? It was, basically a little over a week that I went from, I think it was 10 days that I went from Ruby to Diamond. So a week is so much time. And I know we're under a week right now. It's Wednesday. We have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yes, I still count on my fingers. My first grade teacher would be so disappointed. But we have 5 days left, and that is so much time. If I could promote in a night, you guys can too. So we're going to talk about that. And I want you to know that it's going to be, month end is crazy, and it's stressful, and it's exciting. It's a drug because it's just, there is so much excitement and adrenaline, and everyone is working together to try to make these promotions happen. And like I said, you truly see what you're made of because you do things that you did not think you were capable of doing. And there is no better high in this world than, breaking through those barriers for yourself. So Jackie, do you want to add on to that before we start kind of get going?
Yes. So I think should I talk about that right now? Communication?
Yeah.
Should we wait? Okay, so month end is like a love-hate. Like it's a hate if you're not promoting. It can be frustrating, but it's still, you love it because your team's promoting. And yes, it's stressful, but it's the most fun kind of stress. And it's just so exciting. And I mean, it can be, I've done it down to the wire. You guys, don't do that. Like, if you have a promotion, don't wait until the last day. Don't wait till the final hour, because one thing I do want to impress upon you guys tonight is there are some cutoff times, and there are some things that are a little bit different on the last day of the month. One of them being, is it phone orders? I'm blanking right now. I think it's phone orders have to be in, all orders that need to be called in have to be in by 8 p.m. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally thinking. Central time.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but it's around that time, and I'll post it on the team page. But anyway, so that changes because customer service closes at 7:59 p.m. Central Time. They stop taking those orders. You know how we normally have 24 hours to move loyal customers and distributors? We don't have that on the last day of the month. So on the last day of the month, say you sign a new distributor, that day, and you're like, okay, I'm going to put her wherever. Or actually, yeah, sorry. I'm thinking, you think you have this time. No, you don't. You have to, even if it's not for promotion. That's what I was going to say. So, like, I signed somebody I wasn't promoting. And I signed them on the last day of the month because it was the end of a, like, bonus time or whatever. And I totally spaced you guys. I think I was a double diamond unit, and I was like, I can move them tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm not going to deal with the slow system tonight and move them. Yeah, okay, well, guess what? I couldn't move them the next day because I don't have 24 hours. So even if you're not promoting and you sign someone on that last day, make sure you know where they're going and put that ticket in. Don't wait on customer service. Don't call. Don't do anything like that. Just put in a support ticket because that timestamps it. Just put the name, where you want them moved, distributor number, blah, blah, blah. So just keep that in mind because I wasn't even thinking about it, you guys, because I wasn't promoting. So I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, yep, I got 24 hours. No, you don't on that last day. So just kind of, that's something to pass along. What else? I'll talk more about communication in a couple minutes, but I think just the biggest thing is the system will run slow on the last day, you guys. It just will because everyone's trying to get orders in. It's just everyone's online. So process what you can as soon as you can. If you know we're going for a big promotion, my cutoff time is always 3 p.m. like that day. I'm like, okay, if we have a game plan, we're gonna move orders or transfer or whatever, 3 p.m. And if it's a really big promotion, you bet it's gonna be the day before that because something always comes up. So foresight. Ask Katie Cooper about I think she told you guys in that video the other day about us trying to move orders around for her diamond and my triple diamond, and I'll tell you what, I had some gray hairs because it was just horrible. So process what you can as soon as you can, and yeah, month end is crazy but fun and super exciting. So it's what we live for. It's awesome. So Caitlin, on to you.
Yes, so month end is very exciting, and I'm hoping that if you haven't had a taste of it yet, that this month will be your first taste of it, because I think there's two ways you can go at month end, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is what is going to define you in your business, is how you deal with month end. And I have two different types of distributors. There's a type of distributor who looks at month end, and they're like, I'm going for this promotion, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to find a way. And then there's this distributor that looks at month end and says, well, I was hoping that I was going to get that this month, but there's always next month. Okay, now I'm not saying, that if you don't get your promotion one month, to not have the attitude of there's always next month, because I do believe in that. But I will also tell you from experience over and over and over again, it never fails. The distributor that pushes through to the end and is literally losing sleep and reaching out to everyone and doing everything in their power to make it happen, those are the distributors that always go to the top. And the ones that say, well, it's not looking like it's going to happen, but there's next month, those distributors, not saying that they don't stay with the business always, but it's always less likely because they're not getting that excitement. They're not showing themselves what they're capable of and what they're made of. And it's those kinds of things, those breakthroughs in this business that get our hearts racing, that keeps our blood pulsing through our veins, where we're just like, they did it! I did it! This is happening, So keep that in mind. And that being said, the reason why I wanted this to kind of be interactive is, and Jen Dunaway does it. She's not going to be able to participate. She just messaged me. She doesn't have a microphone or a camera. So don't worry, Jen, we're still talking to you. But I want to hear, what are your month-end goals? And I want everybody to call that out. And before that happens, or actually no, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on. So let's see here. All right. So Jean Ann, what is your month-end goal?
Ruby.
Ruby. I love it.
I'm just need volume. So
like barely any, I have to say.
Yeah, like less than 200. Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing.
My neck's going.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and I already have a few potentials for tomorrow and later today. So.
Perfect. So, Jean Ann, you're a Ruby. That's just done. Kelly, what is your month-end goal?
Wait, what?
Oh, I just lost Kelly. She was here a second ago, and I just lost her. Maggie, what's your month-end goal?
Ruby, and I've got an awesome gal on my team who has several distributors in tow, or she thinks so, hopefully. And I'm still working on mine, but I'm confident that we're going to get there. We're really close on volume, too, so.
I love it. I love it.
I'm sweating. Oh my god.
All right, Melissa, what is your goal for month end?
I would love to shoot for Ruby, and I will do anything in my power to try, but I will be happy if I get executive at this point.
That's
Okay, so let's talk real quick. What are you boxed out for?
What do you mean?
So how many distributors do you have under you right now?
2.
2?
Yes.
Okay, and how far off on volume are you?
I'm not 100 because the last time I looked, my volume was crazy, and I was assuming it was because of that crazy day we had yesterday. Because it was saying I had like 1,000, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's right, you know. But I know that both of them only have, one's at 100 and one's at like 150, and that's because I've given them the 2 LCs that they each have. They haven't gotten their own yet.
Well, executive should definitely be a goal. I mean, you should have that in the bag. So that for sure. Tari, what is your end of the month goal?
Ruby?
I love it.
I'm crossing my fingers. And I had no hope until today, and I got that distributor signing up Friday, I hope.
You go.
You're boxed out. You are only volume away. Let's hear it. Melissa, what is your... Oh, Melissa, we talked to you. Sorry. We got everyone. Sorry. We're losing people and getting them, so it's making me confused. Okay.
What's our goal?
Huh?
Do you have a goal?
Yeah.
My goal is, this month is helping everyone. So
Yep.
my goals are for you guys. Those are my goals for this month.
But
What about
so Caitlin, what, Michael? Well, Presidential Diamond, and I am close. It's happening, so it's happening. I'm literally gonna. I've been sweating all day. Like I'm sweating. Huh? But anyway, it's gonna happen. I'm excited. I'm scared and excited, and it's one of those things where you guys, this is one of those times that communication again, and I'll talk about it some more, but holy crap. Even when you promote to Ruby, you got to be in touch with your team, but let me tell you, when these bigger promotions happen, that is why constant communication with everybody who you're not like psychotic or anything, but you know what I mean, like just keeping people in the loop, letting people know when you sign loyal customers, and yeah, it's crazy. You form, like Caitlin said, you form a bond with people during this time that is so awesome, and like for Caitlin right now, like she has a goal for triple and she's working really hard towards that goal, and it's going to happen, but like the fun part about her job right now is she's maintaining, and then she's going to get to help everybody in the process. So it's cool. Everyone helps everybody, and I can't even talk about it, you guys. Presidential. See, if it doesn't scare you and make you sweat, like forgive me. I'm sorry. It's a lot. It's crazy. But oh my God, I love you. I love it. You're the best team ever, for real. But
we have a team cheers.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Cheers. But no, I'll tell you guys right now, like, even though my goal is still, like, when I look at it, I'm perspiring, literally. And showers, well, I showered a day and a half ago. I'm disgusting. But, like, Danielle just messaged me today, and she goes, do you remember that time you promoted to triple and your dogs ate black beans and tuna for 3 days and you didn't shower for 4? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Thanks for reminding me. But she's dying laughing because that is, like, you have to just live, eat, sleep, and breathe it if you want it. But my God, it will totally happen, you know, and there's a lot of time left. And then you can laugh about it later when your friends tell you how stinky you were and how your dogs didn't have
And
their dogs.
I think, honestly, that's why it's so important, too, to, like, start getting into it from the beginning, start experiencing month end from the beginning, because once you get to these larger promotions, like Jackie's going for, like I'm building towards triple right now, it's, every month end is just huge. It's huge, and it only gets crazier and more exciting, and your spouses learn to stay away unless you're doing a victory dance. So.
I'm going out of town. He's like, I'm going to go to the lake, and I'm like, that's a good idea. I'm like, that's actually a really good idea for you. But, you can't be bothered. I mean, it's just like you got to focus, and again, like it's not just your promotions. Yeah, obviously that's a byproduct, but it's everybody else too that's promoting, and you don't want to let anybody down. And like I said, you got to be on top of your game because you don't want to leave it till the last minute. You don't, trust me. So, anyway, sorry, I went on my.
I want to talk to you girls about a few things, and then Jackie's going to talk to you about a few things, and then we can open up for questions and stuff. So, the first thing, of course, me that I always want to talk about is the biggest step right now in you getting whatever promotion you're working towards is you believing it. And I know I always start out saying this, but you guys, I promise you it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. If you have the attitude of like, oh, I gotta go for it, you know what, it's not gonna happen. So I'm trying to think of like how I can make you understand the feeling that you need to have, like the determination you need to have. And first of all, if you're like feeling down about it or frustrated about it or negative about it, like put on a good song, do something to get yourself in a good mood. Like if you like to have dance parties and listen to good music, start out that way because you need to have good energy going towards your business. You definitely need to believe in it. And I used this example at a party one time, and this is so extreme, so don't hate me for saying this, but literally the type of determination it takes at the end of the month is like if somebody told you that like your kid had a virus, right? And there was a cure out there somewhere, and it was in one of these houses in your city, in your neighborhood even. It was in one of these houses. But you had to go find it, but you knew it was out there. Would you not bang down every single door until the last hour to find that cure? You 100% would. And you would know. You know that cure is out there. So it's not like it's aloof, like you have to make it up. Like, you know it's out there. You just have to go get it. That is the same type of drive you need to have in your business, especially at month end, is you know your promotion's out there. It's there. It's waiting for you. You just have to knock on every single door so you can get it. And you have to have that determination. Like like when I started this business, how I say, I wasn't ballsy when it came to this business. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I couldn't have my lights turned off. I knew my family needed electricity. So I was willing to go to lengths that I would never go to before because I was not going to be the mom that, had my electricity shut off because I started a business. So I want you guys to find that fire, that passion that will take you to any lengths, that will take you out of your box, out of your comfort zone, and that determination that you know it's going to happen. And once you have that fire in you, Jackie and I were talking about it tonight, it doesn't matter who you are. When I see that fire in someone, as soon as I see it and I recognize it, it doesn't matter how far away from their promotion they are. I know that they are getting it. I know it because it's something that's undeniable. It's something that is undeniable. So that's the first thing you have to do. You need to get right with yourself at the end of the month. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know what you're going for. You need to be determined and not take no for an answer. And if somebody tells you it's not going to happen, you can tell them to piss off. You need to know it is going to happen. So get right with yourself. The next thing you guys need to do is you need to reach out to people like you have never reached out before. I want you to go through every single person in your Facebook, your phone, your email. If you've talked to them before, talk to them again. Say, hey, I know you told me no, but I can't stop thinking about you. Like things like that that's what hits people is when they're like, you can't stop thinking about me? Really? So you do think I would be good? So reach out to people over and over again. Go through your chicken list, that list of people that you're like, I wouldn't ask them Go through your chicken list, and just really, talk to people. Start talking to them. Talk to people you've talked to in the past. And then, did I say post? Make sure you're posting 3 times a day. I don't know if I did. I get so worked up. I get so into this. I'm so passionate about you guys. But post 3 times a day. Make sure you are consistently posting. Post where you're at as far as your promotion goes. Let Facebook know, like, I'm a few days away and I'm this far away from my promotion and I know I'm going to do it and this is what's going on with my team, and put it all out there. But really, really reach out and know that whatever you do right now, so let's say you reach out and you talk to someone and they're like, well, I'm not interested or whatever, and you can get them, let's say you can get them to have like a wrap party next month, then that is amazing. I realize, like, maybe you're not going to get people to have a wrap party this weekend because it's, almost Thursday, maybe that's short notice. Maybe you can. Maybe you can find people who will do individual wraps this weekend, and that's just as good. And you can book out your whole weekend doing individual wraps and get loyal customers and distributors that way. But whatever you do right now is also setting you up for next month. So push through the end of the month as hard as you can, because I believe if you do, you will get your promotion, no doubt about it. And no matter what, everything you do right now is going to set you up for next month and where you're going then. So remember that. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Jackie so I can wind down.
Look at me. I'm like, gosh, you say things so well. I don't even know what to say. So, back to communication. I'm sorry, I'm just huge on this because I'm not going to lie. I'm dealing with it right now with a couple people that are going for like a Ruby promotion and whatnot, and they just are in the witness protection program right now. I just can't seem to get a hold of them, which is so strange, So I think consistency is huge, and communication is huge, and dropping off the face of the earth for 10 days at a time when you're trying to go for a promotion, like all we can do as uplines and sponsors is support and whatnot, and so it's hard when you see somebody really close and they say they want this and then you don't hear from them. So communication is super important. So you guys are obviously awesome, and you're on this hangout right now and you're communicating with your sponsor. You know your goals, you've communicated those. So, but yeah, it can get frustrating at times when you're trying to help people with their promotions and you're not getting anything back. But again, back to, I know we've talked about this a ton of times, you can inspire people, but you can't motivate them to do things. But it is hard because like in this business, when you do sign somebody, you do take things so personally and you want this for them and you see all the potential. So anyway, communication is huge, and these promotions, it's funny, I always go back to Katie and I because, yeah, she's my cousin, you guys, but she's like my third cousin. Like, I saw her on holidays, but, I was so scared to contact her when I first contacted her about the business, and I just was like, okay, fine, I'm just going to do it because I think she'd be great. And I couldn't believe she said yes. And this business is why, like, I'm a bridesmaid in her wedding coming up. That would have never been the case. Like, we have become so much closer as a family because of it. Like, you're going to be close with people. Like, tonight, I was so excited. Like, I just did a hangout with one of my new distributors who happens to be a friend from high school. And I'll be honest, you guys, I know her better now than I did in high school. Like, she's an amazing person, and that's the cool part about this, is getting to communicate and getting to know these people. So, yes, Katie was on my chicken list. I was like, okay, she's family. I'm scared. What if I bring this to her and, I screw it up or whatever? And so, but I was just like, I knew my goal. I wanted triple diamond. I knew she would be, or at the time, I wanted diamond, actually. I signed Katie right before that. So, I just went for it. And, message those people on your chicken list, because a lot of times those people on your chicken list are the people that are going to say yes, which is oddly enough. Have you found that, Caitlin? Like, yes. Sometimes, like, I've had people on my chicken list actually message me, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been trying to work up the courage to message you for 2 years, and now you're messaging me. That's crazy. So, gosh, what if I would have messaged you 2 years ago, when I wanted to? So, like Caitlin said, do all your follow-ups. Message those people that you've been afraid to message. And I'm sorry, I'm I pull the family card. I'm like, or friends card. I'm like, when I first started, I was like, you guys, I really want to build up my portfolio. Like, those are the people you're comfortable with. Like, when you're first starting, like, go to them and just say, hey, you're my best friend. I would love you to try the greens. We'll do a 90-day challenge. Give me the, like, I know that maybe that sounds bad, but you got to start somewhere, and you got to start, like, with people you're comfortable around. And friends and family are the easiest way to do it, because they're going to let you not know the answers. They're going to let you say, you're going to learn together with them as you wrap them and whatnot. So don't be afraid to ask your friends and family. I mean, those are the people that are supposed to support you. Now, will they all? Probably not. But what else, Caitlin? Oh, 400 group boxes. Okay, so biggest thing, you guys, is our goal should be every single month to be a 400 GB box. So I think teaching your team that is so huge, because even if they're not going for promotion that month, they should always strive to be a 400 box, because somebody else on their team is always going for promotion. And that's the cool part about this. You're always part of something bigger. And everyone's out to help everybody else. And even if they're not having a promotion this month, they might be next month. And so if everyone can be consistent and just always shoot for that 400 mark, that is where the magic happens. I mean, if everyone does a little, a lot happens. That's the huge part about it. Like, when I'm staring at these charts and I'm like, oh my gosh, if so-and-so would talk to 2 people or sign 2 customers, and this person would sign 1 customer, and that person would sign 2 more, this person would go Ruby, this person would go Emerald. Like, it's just the smallest things that one person does can make a huge difference for the whole group. And so that's why 400 boxes are so important, and we should definitely be celebrating those. Like, I need to do a better job at that on our team page. Like, we celebrate the product credit, we celebrate, like, all of that, but let's be giving those shout outs for those 400 GB boxes, because that's like a huge goal. That should definitely be like a goal every single month, to be getting a 400 in-group volume box. So if you have distributors that are getting those, like, getting themselves to 400, let's do the 400 club. Let's, like, shout their name from the rooftop. Let's celebrate them, because that's a huge accomplishment, and something that, I mean, the people that are consistently getting 400 boxes, those are the people that are promoting pretty quick, like, keeping themselves, I should say, at a 400 box. Those are the people that promote fast, because they get it. They're like, okay, I get, this is what I need to do. So, back to you, Caitlin.
So I don't have too much more to say. I just wanted to basically give you guys a little bit of homework, and that being, every single night when you guys go to bed, I want you to think about you having this promotion, whatever it is. I want you to know that you're going to get it, and I want you to think about, the loyal customers you're going to sign the next day, the distributors you're going to sign the next day, and I want you to feel excited about it, because you know it's going to happen. And I want you to wake up in the morning, and I want you to think about that too, and think about how excited you are for the distributors you're going to sign and the loyal customers you're going to sign, and the promotion that is going to happen. And I want you guys to make sure that you're Jackie went over, but working with your teams as far as what are their goals. Not just, if you have 2 loyal customers and you need their volume filled for you to get to executive, talk to them about what are their goals, what's going to get them ticking. And we can't motivate people. So if people aren't motivated, we can't motivate them. But sometimes in this business, and I feel like a lot of times in this business, people just don't know what to do. They don't know what they're capable of. They don't know what's possible, and they need a leader. When I started, I needed a leader, and thank goodness Jackie was willing to answer her phone 5 times a day and talk to me.
I'm like, I wasn't, but I answered the phone and I called Sarah, but whatever.
Yeah, she was always there, and I am not kidding you guys. I called her constantly, and I text her constantly, because I didn't know what I was doing, and I needed somebody to tell me, and I needed somebody to believe in me. And so look at your team and see what you can do for them. Try to find out what their goals are. Try to find out how you can inspire them to reach their goals this month. Because that's how this works. So that's one thing I want you guys to do. And then the other thing is I want you to set a schedule for yourself. And I will talk about this all the time too, set a schedule for yourself for every day this month. But whatever you do on your daily, I want you to double that for these last, what did I count, 5 days? I want you to double your action. So if you're messaging 5 people per day, I want you to message 10 people per day. And in all honesty, if you're really balls to the wall, message 50 people per day. I mean, really put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and know that people are going to say no to you, and that is fine. If you get hurt, if somebody bruises your ego, steps on your self-esteem, spits on your pride, you come talk to me. Come talk to Jackie. Come talk to Amanda. Talk to Katie. Whoever you need to talk to, because we've all been there. We have all been there. I started this business, and I'm a people pleaser, and when people would tell me no or tell me I was trying to scam them, I wanted to die inside. That hurt so bad. And you know what? The only way to get past it is to just keep doing it. So, if somebody tells you no or tells you the products don't work or whatever, just know that the only way to move past fear is that we can't move past it. We have to face it head on, and we have to literally plow through it. And once you've done it enough, then you're no longer afraid of it. Then it no longer hurts if somebody tells you no. It no longer hurts if somebody tells you the products don't work. Instead, you know how to deal with it, and you know how to move on. And once you get to that point, that's when your entire business opens up and the most magical things happen. So there's no way, just know there's no way around that in the beginning than just facing it head on. So don't be afraid of being told no this month end, these next 5 days. It's going to happen. And like I said, if you want to get upset over it, or it kind of rubs you the wrong way and you want to cry, I get it. And so does Jackie. We've been there. Come to us. We'll talk you past it, and we'll get you back on the horse. So that's all I have really to say. Jackie, did you have anything else to conclude with before we open up for questions?
No, just that you're right. It does still sting sometimes, but you get over it a lot faster. It's still, on my business page, luckily because I'm a freak and I don't sleep ever, 4 in the morning, I'm, up looking at my business page, and some person just had to post on Bree's picture, of all people. We know Bree. Those are real results, whatever. She, posted all this horrible things, how her hair color's different and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, delete and block. But honestly, you guys, there are just miserable people in the world. There really are. And it makes me sad, because those people that hate on your business or hate on what you're doing or are negative, I used to just be so pissed, what is their problem? Now I just feel bad for them, because I feel what do they have going on in their lives that makes them so negative, or makes this happen, that they have to act out like that? You know what I mean? And so I just feel bad for them. And like I said, I'm always telling you guys this, I'm a huge fan of delete and blocking people, because you can't reason with miserable people. You can't reason with people that want to be negative, and you shouldn't even bother yourself with it. So delete and block. Love it. That's all I say all the time. But no, I think, nope, I don't really have anything. I want to hear you guys' questions and just kind of get interactive with this for now.